Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 189, The Signal. My name is Eric.
And I am Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Hello, Eric and listeners.
And, of course, the listener.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I never say hello. I do say hello to them.
You just did.
Yeah. Screw you, listeners.
Yeah, quit
Don't try to
complaining.
guilt me.
Yeah. What is wrong with you guys? We thought we raised you better. Welcome.
Welcome back to my apartment.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good to be in your apartments.
Yeah.
Because it's cooler in here.
Not this particular room.
Not this room. No.
Yeah, but the other room.
Yeah.
Although today is,
It's kind of a reprieve almost.
it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that when we went out for a burrito, and we didn't get burritos. What the fuck am I thinking?
I was just going to play along. But, those were the best quesadillas and burritos I've ever had.
I think something has happened to my brain to make me see things that weren't actually there.
Oh. Uh-oh.
But no, we went out for a sandwich. And when we came back, I swear to God, it felt like it was even 10 degrees cooler from the time that we left.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
It is so much nicer today than it has been
past
in the last
2
few
weeks?
days, yeah. Yeah, it's been miserable.
It has been miserable. Yeah, it's summer. That's I guess, all that needs to be said.
My least favorite time of year.
People are probably sick and tired of hearing other people bitch about how hot it is,
Right.
because,
That's what everybody does these days.
it's not like we're alone. I think there were 3 states that weren't in the 90s in the past 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, Washington, maybe, or...
It was Minnesota, like maybe one of the Dakotas, and like Wisconsin or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But, it's craziness.
It is indeed.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
One might say that that kind of heat would make you go crazy.
Yeah, just start killing at random?
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that's what happened in the movie.
Could be. Except that it took place on New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah. It's usually not that hot.
Usually not, yeah. They don't really, well, I think this takes place in the DC universe, because it is a fake city that it takes place in.
Yeah. Terminus.
Yes. So, there's no real indication of where that city is, but it looks cold.
Yeah.
Looks like a northern type city.
Right. It looks like kind of a bigger city.
Yeah.
Bigger than Dayton.
Oh, of course, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm talking like like possibly even a Canadian city. It seems like
That's possible.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm trying to think if there's anything like specifically American in this movie, but yeah, I don't believe so.
You know what was American about this movie?
What's that?
Good old-fashioned violence.
Oh yeah. We do loves the violence.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie has it in spades.
Oh yes.
Literally.
Yeah. Really?
With spades.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. There's a shovel.
Right, which is also
Okay.
called a spade.
I thought a spade was like a little handheld pointy shovel.
No, it can also be a shovel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I guess I'll call a spade a spade.
Right. There's also, the racially derogatory term.
Oh.
There's one of those too in this movie.
I don't even remember. Did they say that?
No, they didn't say it.
Oh, you're saying it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's just terrible.
Yeah. I'm terrible.
Oh, okay. Wow.
My name is Jack. I own Mavericks.
Oh, jeez. Anyway.
Should we start over?
No.
Okay.
That was odd. But yeah, violent. Violent as all hell.
Yeah, it is. So The Signal from 2007, horror-ish.
I'd say horror.
Yeah,
I'd say horror.
Definitely more so than Some movie that we recently watched that,
That was supposed to be a horror movie?
yeah.
What
What was it?
I don't remember.
Huh. Possibly a movie I picked, I can't remember.
Was it The Human Centipede?
No.
Yeah.
By the way, my next movie pick, Human Centipede 2.
Part 2? Let me just preemptively veto.
I'll still do it, I'll just have Kathleen on.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I mean, other than the fact that you're ruining my girlfriend.
I'm pretty sure that she was already on before that.
Oh. But you're just spiraling her down the...
Nah, I'm pretty sure she is on board the Human Centipede train, whether she knew me or not.
Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
So yeah, let's try to talk about this movie.
Yeah. I love the way it starts out. It's so, like, anxious and intense, like, right from the beginning.
Right.
I mean, there's like a little kind of a, like a softer scene at the very beginning.
Right.
But,
Well, sort of. The movie
Yeah.
technically opens with a Matt Brassfield movie.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm guessing that was like maybe, because you're watching this movie and you think it's, the movie The Signal, but like 2 or 3 minutes in, you find out it's just the movie that people in The Signal are watching.
Right.
And I'm guessing that movie is maybe by the same filmmakers?
Yes.
Okay.
It's actually the full-length version of that is on the DVD as a special feature.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
called The Hapgood Story.
The Hapgood?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 10-minute film that one of the directors wrote and directed for the, there's like that 48-hour film competition. Like where like you get like a title of a movie and a genre, and then you have to make that movie in 48 hours.
Oh, wow.
Like from
Okay.
start to finish.
Jeez.
So I guess that was an entry he made for that.
Alright.
And then the movie opens into the real world where the signal is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And goes from there.
Yeah, and it starts out like there's no establishing shot until there's hardly any establishing shots in that movie, but
Yeah.
there's 10 minutes in before they give you anything other than a pretty decent close up on someone,
Right.
and it builds this weird, off-putting, anxious tension, which
Yeah.
I thought was really, really well done.
Yeah. It sounds like you didn't like much of the rest of the movie, though.
Oh no, I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Because the movie is weirdly structured in that it is telling one story, but it is also an anthology.
Yeah.
You know?
It's almost maybe think sort of like the storytelling in Pulp Fiction, where there's overlapping characters,
A little bit, yeah.
their perspectives at least.
Right. I think there's a lot more intersection in this one, where all of the characters interact for
Right,
a
right.
greater period of time.
Exactly.
Whereas Pulp Fiction actually has don't get me wrong, I fucking love Pulp Fiction, but I think there's probably stories you could remove from Pulp Fiction and it wouldn't affect the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this sort
but
of
if anyone ever did that, I would hurt you because Pulp Fiction is perfect.
Somebody out there, I'm sure, has edited it.
Oh,
Edited it.
sure. Yeah. Probably Topher Grace.
Does he do stuff like that?
There was something he did where, he edited the 3 Star Wars prequels together and basically cutting out, all the unimportant crap
Oh yeah.
and basically turned the 3 prequels into, a 70-minute movie.
I'd be curious to see that.
Yeah. But, he only did it for, one viewing ever.
Oh.
But, yeah, I guess he does to just, edit movies that he has no part of.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
I guess he's got to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we see him on Comedy Bang Bang the other night?
Yeah, we did.
So he's still out there.
He's still out there, but I wish we would see more of him. I really like him.
Yeah, he's good.
I think he gets a bad rap for no reason.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Probably a lot of Spider-Man 3 related bad raps.
yeah. I just kind of forgot that movie existed.
Yeah, probably.
That's not his fault.
It's not his fault, no. In fact, I think in the right setting, he would make a perfect Venom.
Mm-hmm.
Because, if you're going for that whole anti-Peter Parker thing, I think he fits that bill a lot more than giant bodybuilder-looking dude.
Yeah.
Right.
I would never, like, if you would have said, name 1,000 actors that might play Venom, he wouldn't have been on my list.
Right.
But, he was fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Venom never needed to be in that movie. So,
right. Oh, yeah. Definitely not.
Yeah. Anyway.
The Signal!
The Signal.
Yeah, so you're kind of left a little bit in the dark for, first portion of the movie.
Right.
I mean, you kind of get
you get what's happening.
an inkling of, this people hear or watch this transmission and they go crazy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty much all there is to it.
Right.
And, you're sort of set in the shoes of, the characters in the movie, too.
Mm-hmm.
Which, they don't know what the hell's happening, even more than we don't,
Right.
And I think, that's pretty good for getting you into it.
Right. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden just weird shit starts happening and then it just gets crazier and crazier.
Yeah. I swear if they would have kept with the same sort of tone that the first, 20 minutes had, I think I probably would have had an anxiety attack at some point. Because it was, really, just kind of off-putting, at the beginning.
It does get super intense there at the beginning. Especially when there's basically... there's three main characters, and then we eventually meet some other people who sort of become secondary main characters.
Right. Yeah.
But basically it's the story of a woman named Maya who is having an affair with a man named Ben. When the signal transmits, and then she goes home to her husband, who is just kind of a jealous jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what right does he have to be upset when she was just minding her business fucking some dude down the street?
Well, it could easily be said that...
that's why she's fucking the dude.
Exactly,
yeah. But, it's weird because, that is, the only thing that, I didn't really like so much is at the very beginning of the movie, you're supposed to, really, care about these two people and, about, their, their special time together.
Right.
Maya and Ben. And it almost felt like you would have had to have been familiar with these characters or, had some sort of backstory from, I don't know, another film.
Right.
It just felt like you were supposed to care more than I did about those two people.
I think the problem is that it doesn't really set up Lewis, her husband, as much of a jerk as you are led to believe that he is.
Right.
And I think if you had that, if you see... basically, if there was a completely different movie before this movie started,
right,
where we just see that he's just kind of a dick, then it's okay, I'm on board.
Or even just an extended, a little scene at the beginning where she's interacting with Lewis, her husband,
right,
before she goes to
see
Ben. Because it just felt like you're supposed to really be rooting for her, and you're I don't know you, I don't know anything about you.
Right, yeah. And because then by the time we actually meet Lewis, he's a homicidal psychopath.
Right, yeah. Because he's already been exposed to the signal.
Yeah.
But going into that, as soon as we see him, I was when he first walks up, I was I feel kind of bad for that guy.
Right. Yeah, because, at that point, he's just
some dude that's been being cheated on.
Right, yeah.
But you quickly learn that he's a douchebag, but it was just this odd moment where, you're not really sure you are on board with caring about the characters you feel like you're supposed to be caring about.
Right.
And vice versa, disliking others.
Right. Well, I think with that said, Lewis is the character that pretty much carries the movie for me.
Yeah.
Because he is the one that we spend the most time with.
Right.
You know,
the evil dick
right?
bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, like right from the get-go, you don't exactly know if he is, just truly an asshole, or if he is just being infected by the signal.
Right.
So when he first has interaction with Maya, it's like, what's the deal? Are you always like this, or, are you just going crazy?
Right. And she didn't seem too, surprised by his
behavior,
action.
right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I get the feeling that he was never quite awesome.
Right.
But yeah, it was just odd. I mean, it was an odd way to, introduce you to characters, but I'm not saying it was bad because,
right.
it was different and it was, I don't know, it kind of worked, I guess, because, the rest of the movie wasn't screwed up because of it or anything.
Right.
So it was just an odd placement, I think.
Right. Yeah, I think there definitely needed to be something at the beginning that sort of pre-signal that shows you just, what kind of people these are.
Right.
So that you can have that connection or not connection with them.
Right, yeah.
Because, I still stick by what I say. I think Lewis winds up being the most likable character in the movie. Definitely the most memorable.
My favorite character is definitely Clark.
He's pretty good, too.
I really like Clark. It's they even make if you're connecting the joke here, Lewis and Clark, they make that joke in the movie, but,
right.
he shows up sort of in the middle of the movie, or a third into the movie, I guess.
A third, yeah. Because the movie is basically split up into 3 separate stories.
Right.
But they're all really tied together.
The second story was definitely my favorite.
Because it turns from this crazy, intense horror movie into kind of a slapstick comedy.
I'd say a dark comedy.
Oh, very dark, yeah. I mean,
there's some slapstick, yeah, you're right.
The entire movie is about murder.
Yeah, yeah, all 3 of the main scenes.
Yeah, well, let's not forget that, but, that middle chunk is definitely comedic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, not like wonka, 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 but it's just dark. Yeah. You're like, oh my god, that's amazing. I can't believe they did that. Yeah, that was I think that's one of my favorite parts about this movie is, the scary, anxious, off-putting parts are done super well.
Right.
But there's also some really well done comedy.
Right. And like I said, though, we wind up spending more time with Lewis because he's in the first segment as the bad guy, or at least he's getting set up as the bad guy. We've only spent a minute with Ben, the lover.
Yeah. And Lewis is the first murderer that we see, isn't he? We see an injured man.
Yeah, that's right.
Before.
We see some injured people. We see people yelling at each other and almost chasing each other.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's the first person that we see actually kill someone.
Right.
And from there, hell breaks loose.
Yeah. It's so at the very beginning, there's no reprieve. it's just slowly unfolding, and there's just all these people dying and being murdered, and you keep expecting, I don't know, them to just pull you out of it and open up the scene to a larger area.
Right.
But it just keeps they keep up the pace of just it's super claustrophobic. It's all on in hallways and small apartments for first 10 minutes, and oh my gosh, yeah. It was like I said, an anxiety attack waiting to happen.
Right. And even when they finally do go outside, majority of that scene takes place in a car.
Right. Yeah. You get one quick shot of the city with a wide open street. But once they hop in the car, it's back to the claustrophobia.
Right. So then there's also the character of Rod, who is one of Lewis's friends, the black guy.
The African-American gentleman that you referred to earlier.
Who's awesome.
Yeah, he was great. He had one of the most memorable scenes in the movie.
Oh, yeah. A couple of memorable scenes, I think.
Yeah. I think he had the first bit of comedy.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I don't know if it was intentional comedy or not, but
we both laughed. Yeah.
We both laughed because the guy builds the most awesome weapon ever.
Yeah, like if you gave like your 5-year-old nephew a pen and paper and said, like, draw an awesome weapon, and like he kind of looked around the house to like, because he's never really drawn a mace or an axe or anything. This is the weapon that he would draw.
It's basically like a lamp or a candle holder that he shoves a bunch of knives in and then duct tapes it together.
Right. It's like this giant, horrible-looking ball of duct tape and and sharp cutlery.
He is actually sort of he is the master of duct tape in this movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he uses duct tape to heal up his wounds.
Yeah.
To, bandage his wounds, not to heal them.
Well, he manages to subdue Lewis and duct tapes him to a chair. Why can't I fucking say this word?
It's a hard word. It's got a C right before T. There's no U and N in the middle, and you're used to using that.
What? And then he uses the duct tape to bandage up his wounds.
Right.
He's got he sort of makes like this sling out of duct tape that he just has easy access to.
Oh yeah, okay. Wow. Maybe like
the Indiana Jones of duct tape.
Maybe that's his that's his thing. Maybe that's his favorite kind of. Interesting.
But yeah, he has a very limited role, but sort of impacts almost the entire movie.
And once you think he's gone, he actually has a great scene later on.
Oh yeah. But yeah, then we get to the second. Each individual part of the movie is called a transmission.
Each act, right? Basically,
right. The second one is the comedic one. In which
a New Year's Eve party that goes terribly wrong.
Yeah. That's where Lewis shows up again, and it's also where we meet Clark and some other folk.
Yeah,
who don't survive too long.
No. Yeah, it's so dark, but it's so funny. Wow. Yeah, it's a great coupling of tones there.
Yeah. Then at that point, we finally get to see Ben again. We've seen him like flashes here and there between,
right?
But he doesn't really come back until the third act, which is pretty much his story. But at the same time, Lewis is there, just being the bad guy.
Right. Yeah. He's sort of like Wile E. Coyote. He really is. He keeps coming back. Like fucked up things happen to him, and you feel like he's dead. And
just if Wile E. Coyote actually showed the visible wounds of whatever would happen to him.
Yeah, can you imagine? Wow, that would be traumatic for kids. Wow, he's like partially flattened and like grinded up and burnt. Oh man. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
And then towards the end, the movie sort of, I don't know, it sort of takes back that the tone of the first act again, but I think it's also a little more mindfucky.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like, what is real instead of like just the horror. It's like kind of like more psychological at that point.
Right.
Like reality is maybe not what you think it is. And yeah, it's pretty intense.
Yeah,
pretty well made movie. I don't know. I don't know if we should talk about the very end, but it was a little like the very last 4 seconds of the movie. I'm still a little confused by. Maybe.
Right.
I wouldn't mind watching the entire thing over again, because I feel like it's one of those where you're piecing things together through all the different perspectives. Because they never really tell you who caused this transmission. Lewis, the character I talked about, has some sort of paranoid theories about it, but you never really it's never solidified and definitely pinpointed, pinned down.
And Ben, when he shows back up, he seems to think he has a handle on how to get over it and how to clear your mind of the signal, but at the same time stuff happens where maybe not.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Like, everybody has their own level of insanity in this movie. And, can handle it better than the others, but I think everyone is still pretty much insane.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Maya, she seems to, like, kind of just want to shut things out and, like, just kind of ignore it towards the beginning of the movie, and that seems to be her, her method of operation.
In life.
Yeah, just ignore the bad things and just move on. And honestly, she ends up maybe having the strongest theory there about how to get over things. I mean, she's clearly still fucked up by the end of the movie, but and also it kind of has a good message of the power of the mixtape.
And now we get into hipster bullshit.
You can't fade on the mixtape, baby.
And what a terrible mixtape that was.
Well, we only heard like the one song. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you probably just put it on there like 20 times.
He's like, "What do you think, baby? I made it for you." She didn't have the heart to tell him that his CD player's a terrible skipping machine.
Right. Yeah, seriously. Well, I mean, I guess, the mix CD, the mixtape, it's dying.
Yeah.
Because everybody's got an iPod.
Well, yeah.
So it's like they really stretched the limits of my, my suspension of belief by
making a mixed CD.
Yeah, and her having a portable CD player.
At least it was a CD. Well, maybe it was set a few years back. Yeah, I'm not sure. I still have a cassette Walkman.
Well, yeah, but you're 1/8 hippie. And you're afraid of technology.
I am.
Which I guess sort of this movie says maybe that's probably the best stance to take.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. Let's talk about the mixtape. It is sad though that is gone, because I mean it was like an art form, because you had either 60 minutes or 90 minutes,
right?
Or what? 88 minutes on the CD, I forget.
About 80 minutes.
But yeah, I mean, like, you had this limited amount of space to, like, make a full piece of, like, cohesion music.
It's almost like your own piece of art.
Yeah, really. I mean, you could put samples in there, you can, like, draw on the cover, and, like, but now, like, I mean, it's awesome that iPods have that shuffle, but it's, like, a never-ending mixtape. Because, you could listen to it for... What, like weeks?
Mine, with the amount of music that I have on it, you can listen to it for 11 days straight.
Without hearing the same song twice.
Right, and it's not full.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's killing.
It's
killing me.
Kind of, I mean, as the long-time listener will know that I am, painfully single. But I used to love making mixed CDs and mixtapes for my exes, and it was like just a little, you don't have to put too much effort into it, and it's something that there's still a lot of sentimentality to it.
Right.
It's something that really impresses the ladies sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and now it's dead.
I did those too for the ladies.
Yeah.
But I actually mostly, like, I had a couple of dude friends that every time we bought records, we were like, I bet,
I've got a mixtape from you.
Yeah, I made you a mixtape. My friend Nick, he lived out of state for a while, and we used to send mixtapes to each other back and forth. And it was like fun and like.
Well, with your dude friends, it's like, hey, listen to this bunch of music that maybe you haven't heard before.
Right.
And, you're just you're sharing your music and opening people to new things, and then there's the side effect with the ladies where it's like, hey, here's a small token of my love.
Yeah, this shows how sensitive I am.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then there's a Guar song at the end to show how fun I am.
Right, exactly. Although I'd mix it up.
Yeah. Back and forth. Yeah, you never. Yeah, you never want all of like one sort of genre.
No.
That's
you usually like to build. Like maybe. For me, I'll start out with like a couple of really fast, heavy songs, and then I'll slow it back down to something
switch
nice
that
and
pace
slow.
up.
Yeah, and kick in like a mid-tempo here and there, and then
maybe like a quirky cover.
Right? Yeah. Maybe a couple covers.
Yeah. I miss it.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
I actually used to have my stereo and tuner set up connected to my DVD player.
Uh-huh.
So I would record movie samples between a lot of the songs and like give it that sort of like, like, oh yeah, that's from that thing, gets people like excited or whatever if it's a movie they like.
Well, because I have technology at my disposal, I would just go online and download like clips of movies or whatever,
right.
and grab like a sample from that and throw it in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, it's too bad.
We should make each other some mix CDs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know I can't do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
I have no technology for that.
All right.
I couldn't even burn you just a regular CD.
Well then make me a mixtape. Can you do that?
I don't have a tape player anymore,
What
other than
the fuck is wrong with you?
Just my cassette Walkman. That's all I've got.
Jesus.
I know. I could.
Because I have a car now with a tape deck.
Yeah. Do you really?
Yeah.
I bet I have an old mixtape someone gave me. I'll give it to you and tell you I made it for you.
No, you've told me, and I'll know.
Oh yeah. Damn it.
Well then, fuck you. I'm not gonna make a mixtape for you.
Like, yeah. Yeah, it's a lost art. Oh.
And this movie proves it could save a life.
Yeah, exactly. See?
Bring it back, fuckers.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of everybody's iPods and your Zunes.
And your flat screen TVs. They're killing everybody.
Exactly.
What's a Zune? I really don't know.
It was the Microsoft version of an iPod.
Oh, okay.
That
didn't last long.
your reaction to it is pretty much exactly
Okay.
the world's reaction.
Wow, that's good.
It's still around. Like, you could go buy a Zune somewhere.
But why didn't it make it? Why didn't it,
Because
persevere?
everybody is brainwashed by Apple and Steve Jobs and everything.
I love that stuff.
Yeah. The only reason I even have an iPod is because I bought it used.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would totally have bought something not Apple product related.
So do you think Apple created the signal that destroyed everyone's life in this movie?
It's possible. Although, though I am very anti-Apple, I also am no huge fan of Microsoft either.
Right.
I'm fully under the belief that Bill Gates is the devil.
Maybe they worked together to create this.
They possibly could be the devil together.
Gates and Jobs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Steve Jobs was still alive when this movie came out.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Maybe that's what killed him.
You think it's aliens?
Oh, in this movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think caused it?
Could be aliens, could be the government.
Mother Nature?
Nah, it's not Mother Nature.
Maybe you never know. Maybe she was pissed that people are, creating all these pieces of technology that are impacting the environment. Maybe she, poisoned the technology somehow.
Are they impacting the environment?
Yeah, I mean, like every year people throw away all their old crap and buy a bunch of new crap, and so there's like these landfills of old crap, and then like all the waste that's created and creating the new crap. So yeah, I don't think it's probably very good for the environment.
I don't think Mother Nature has the technology to build a signal.
Oh. I wouldn't say technology. Maybe just the
Well, how else would it...
the innate power. Look at tornadoes and floods. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, then do that.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my TV signal.
If a tornado came down and destroyed your apartment, your TV would probably not work anymore.
That's fine.
Okay.
That's Mother Nature proving a point. Mother Nature transmitting some sort of signal through my TV, that's not proving anything.
Right.
And I don't think they could do it.
Ooh, you're challenging Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Right here on the show.
I am.
For all 6 of these people to hear.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I believe in the power of Mother Nature, because storms and whatnot, and
the
just
heat waves.
Heat waves, and just last week, my car almost got crushed by, flying signs and orange barrels on the highway
Right.
because Mother Nature was pushing them across the highway. I got nothing but fear and respect for Mother Nature.
All right, well, that's
I
cool.
just don't think that Mother Nature would be able to put together some sort of mind-altering transmission.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
So I'm going aliens or government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you liked this movie, right?
Oh yeah, I love this movie.
Yeah. You'd seen it before?
I had.
Yeah. And there's on the DVD, there's a couple of like bonus transmissions,
Right.
like short ones. Were those made before the movie, I guess? Or?
I think they might have been like, something they put on the web or something like that. Like viral
sort of like a...
Right. There's 3 of them, and I think one of them is really, really good. The final one that we watched.
The newsroom one?
No, that was the first one we watched.
That was the first one?
Yeah.
What was the final one?
The final one was the family in the van.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
That's right.
The middle one is...
Yeah, the guy that returns his dead mother to the Best Buy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, those were kind of cool.
Right.
I'd say watch those if you rent the DVD. It's worth it.
I would say skip the Hapgood story. Mm-hmm. It is not worth watching.
I have no opinion because I did not see it.
Yeah. Because I couldn't sit through it again. It's what you expect from, a shot-on-video, no-budget, done in 48 hours movie.
Right. So I wonder, do they already have, like, props and stuff set up, but they don't really know the story? Because, or do they scramble? They couldn't possibly scramble to, like, buy all the props.
Scramble, yeah.
You'd think, like, as a filmmaker, you'd be like, okay, they're going to tell me, but I'm already going to have some, like, vials of fake blood, and I'm going to have some tools, and, you got to figure it.
I don't know. Never done one.
Yeah.
I've known a guy who had done one before, but also never cared enough to ask him how it went.
Okay. That's interesting.
Maybe we should get Matt Brassfield to do it.
Yeah, I could see him doing a 40... he could do a 48-minute one. Like, he has 48 minutes to do a 2-hour movie. He could do it.
Uh-huh. I don't think you have to do a full-length movie.
Right.
You just have to do a short.
Right.
A complete story.
Like a 10-minute, 20-minute thing. Oh, yeah.
That's what the Hapgood story was.
Well, yeah, give Matt Brassfield 48 minutes. He could do a 20-minute movie. Easy.
Yeah. And then he's got the other 38 minutes to, just hang out and eat some Cheetos.
Yeah, exactly. All of his actors are, working with him right now at his day job. So he's like, boys, we got a call. Get in the car. We're driving to the park. Somebody grab the masks. He can do it. He could do it.
Yeah. So, alright, so you like the sequel?
Yeah, I really did.
Awesome.
I really did. I'd like to see it one more time before I
die.
Before I die. Yeah. If nothing else, like, even if I never really get the ending or, like, it never coheses perfectly for me, I think it was totally worth watching and impressive. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. We'll take a break here.
Yepper.
Alright.
The last time that I saw you, August of '99, I should have had my hammer and a few rusty spikes to nail you on a wall and use bottles to catch your blood, display you for the neighbors so they know your time had come, and I drink your blood, feel it dripping down my throat, and hey,
What up? Welcome back.
What's up?
Oh, wow. I had forgotten about those commercials.
Yeah, best forgotten. Sorry for bringing them up again.
Oh, no. Somewhere, I bet we were talking about, like, maybe Topher Grace's, like, edited, like, I don't know, supermodels with that audio or
Right.
something, or like Smurfs or something. I bet there's some really good fan footage of the What's Up commercials out there.
Have you ever seen the Super Friends one?
No.
Oh, crap in a hat. It is awesome.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I knew somebody had to
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'd never seen those commercials, and the first thing I ever saw of that was the Super Friends thing.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So they
then,
take, like, the old cartoon footage?
oh, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Just them doing the what's up.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. We'll watch it after the show.
Okay.
and then like after I had seen that, did I actually finally ever see one of those commercials? Yeah,
And you're like, huh.
yeah. I was like, like the Super Friends better.
Yeah. And those guys are all millionaires.
Oh yeah. Well, probably not.
No.
No.
They blew it all on hookers.
Yeah, probably.
Weed.
Yeah, definitely. The people who wrote those commercials probably might be millionaires.
Even though they blew a lot of money on hookers and weed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, that's the difference between an actor and a writer, huh?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, a successful writer.
Okay.
Because one might say we're writers.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've both written comic books. I've written articles before. We're writers.
Yeah, I guess.
We're not successful.
Mm-mm. No.
This is why you had to buy me a burrito today.
I didn't even remember doing that. I was thinking we went out for sandwiches.
Nope. Burritos and quesadillas.
Oh.
So what's happening, brother?
I got to drop my cousin off at the airport Thursday.
Yeah. Had you mentioned that in the last episode?
I don't think
That's
so.
your cousin was moving.
I think I mentioned that he was going to move out. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, he's lived with us for 3 or 4 months,
Right.
and yeah, I mean I like the guy, but it is like I don't know. It might be better that he's not there. I'm not sure.
Right.
I like
Yeah.
I have nothing against him, but I mean, ideally I would love to live by myself,
Right.
but,
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, so now it's just me and my mom
Yeah.
and our cats and dog.
And you've moved into the basement.
I've moved into the basement. Yes. It's like I was like, how can I be even more of a pathetic worm in this life? Like I've done my best by working at a comic shop for 2 decades. Oh, I know. I'll live in my mom's basement. So that's what I did,
Yeah.
and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
But it's awesome because it's so like it's cool, and there's like no, I mean there's like a window, but it you can easily cover it up because it's a tiny one,
Right.
and it's like 20 degrees cooler than it was in the bedroom I was sleeping in upstairs, and it's so awesome. I love it, and I'm like since forever I've had shit stored down there. Like even that, when I didn't live there, I had like a lot of my comics and stuff there. So I'm just like surrounded in this room by like boxes of comics. So yeah, and all the stuff that I had when I wasn't living there is in boxes in my mom's basement. So
Right.
it's kind of cool. I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you said, though, I'm sure you're looking forward to a time where you can not be living there.
Yeah. I want to get rid of a lot of my stuff, and I want to live with my lady. She's living in her work furnished apartment right now, so
Right.
she's happy with that. So we're gonna save up some bills and get her own place. So,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's been my exciting week. I organized my CDs because they were in no order whatsoever, and now I have them alphabetized, like I haven't had done in 10 years probably.
Right.
So that was pretty fun. Yeah, that's about it for me.
Cool.
My week. It's been my week.
How was your Independence Day?
It was not awesome. I was going to try to be like, it was alright, but I worked for like 5 hours, and then I went home to my dog, who is a nervous wreck because of the firecrackers.
Right.
So I took there's a band called Tragedy that I like that's pretty loud and aggressive, and I went to the basement.
Is that the Bee Gees metal cover band?
It is not. Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. No, this is a band that's like members of His Hero Is Gone and Death Threat, some old punk bands. And,
Right.
And I took my CD player and put that on repeat and just hung out in the basement with my dog. So that was pretty much my 4th of July evening,
Yeah.
like reading comics in the basement with punk rock blasting next to my dog.
That doesn't sound too terrible.
It wasn't too bad. I mean, part of it was like me and my dog laying under the stairs together.
Right.
So, I mean, it's adorable in a really pathetic way, I guess.
Right.
But I just feel really bad for her, and like, and in the last few years, it seems to have gotten worse. Like, I give her these pills that are supposed to calm. It's like tryptophan and chamomile and
Right.
valerian or something. And she's gotten worse and worse. So like, 4th of July is my least favorite holiday now. Like, it's one of my least favorite days of the year.
Right.
Honestly. So I'm not into fireworks anymore, like I was like 10 years ago. Because my dog seemed to like, she was like maybe a little stressed, but she's just gotten way, way worse.
Right. That's too bad.
So did you get to, do any fireworky fun?
No. I was at home most of the day, and I started watching daytime television, and wished that I had been at work.
Oh man,
And
that's bad.
Yeah. Daytime television is terrible.
Even The Young and the Restless?
I don't even think that was on.
No.
Also, this was like 9 in the morning when I got up. So, because I didn't stay up late Tuesday night, even though I had Wednesday off, because I had to get up at fucking 5 a.m. on Thursday. So what the fuck was the point? Yeah. So I just kind of stayed home, and I worked on some artwork, and my mom called me to see if I wanted to go see Spider-Man with her, and I told her no. And then I just went over to my parents' house around 5 for dinner. And then I came home before the fireworks started. And really, really just wanted to go to bed, but I couldn't because,
Fireworks.
fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks and assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not into the fireworks anymore.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. Maybe when you're a little kid, I can understand it.
Yeah, or if I had a kid, I would take him to the park, and
Right,
he'd
yeah.
probably freak out about how amazing they look, and
Right.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, until that day comes, yeah, I pretty
Right.
much hate it.
Yeah.
And I don't like to poo-poo holidays, because I like holidays.
Yeah.
I like just about every other holiday.
Right. I enjoyed the fact that I, did have the day off work, even though it was kind of a pointless day off work. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, we got to close early, but it was New Comic Day, so we couldn't leave those guys hanging.
Right.
Somebody would have died. You know.
Can you imagine if it was New Magic Day?
Oh my gosh. Well, as luck would have it, next Friday is a brand new Magic set. Yeah. And Jeremy, my coworker who hates Magic possibly more than I do, probably more than I do, he decided to leave the Midwest for New Magic Day. He's going to Comic-Con in San Diego.
Right. I can't think about what would be worse.
You know, it's funny that you should mention that. If I had to either fly a plane to Comic-Con,
Right.
and not fly a plane, because that would be fun. But if I had to ride in a plane to Comic-Con or stay at Mavericks and work New Magic Day, I would definitely take work at New Magic Day.
Yeah. See, again, I think you're kind of a cowardly pussy for never wanting to go on a plane.
Thank you.
So the plane part does not bother me at all.
Right.
It's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I can't imagine in any situation where I would ever have a good time at Comic-Con.
It might be a smidge too crowded.
Yeah.
Like, if they took maybe, like, 40,000 people out of there, it might be bearable, probably.
Right.
But, yeah.
Like, at times, fucking even space gets a little too much.
Right.
You know, like when you're trying to walk through an aisle and there's like 4 people in there blocking your way.
Right.
You know, I cannot imagine.
Oh,
Not imagine trying to go to Comic-Con.
It sounds kind of like a fever dream, though, because Jeremy, he's been a few times, and he always describes it. He says, like, you'll be walking along, you're like, oh, wow, there's, the guy that plays Dexter, and you'll turn around and, Mark Hamill's there. I mean, like, it's just like this weird, like, celebrity hodgepodge. And he said some of them are just, like, looking at back issues of comics and things, they're, like, just shopping and being nerds. And I mean, that seems interesting, but...
Yeah. I don't care about celebrities that much either.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I'd be like, huh, that's neat, but...
Right.
I don't really care.
And all the news that comes out of Comic-Con, I can just read online.
Right.
Without ever having to smell anyone near me.
You don't want to get stabbed in the throat with a pencil or whatever happened. Was that last year or 2 years?
I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was someone got stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a pencil.
Poor guy. If you're listening, buddy,
don't go to Comic-Con.
Don't go to Comic-Con again.
You learned your lesson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Comic-Con, yeah, I'll never go. I don't think you could pay me money to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe if I was, like, in California for some reason, I'd pop in just to, like, have an hour of, like, people watching or something.
Right.
But yeah, I couldn't imagine wanting to go, really.
Right. And the fact that, like, I know they have, like, exclusive stuff here and there, like, toys and comics and whatever, but, it's like you have to get in line to get in the line, to sign up for the line,
and it costs, I don't know how much it costs to get into Comic-Con.
Right, I'm sure
it's quite a bit.
Airfare, hotel, which, fucking, I don't know, so when you said Jeremy's gone a few times, does he, like, the day that the tickets go on sale, is he, like, just parked in front of the computer?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because, those things sell out, like, minutes after they get, put on sale.
And I wouldn't mind, like, if it was something that I was really passionate about and I thought it was amazing, I wouldn't mind spending an exorbitant amount of money to do it, to have the experience.
Right.
But it just sounds like, it's just not for people like us. Like, we don't like crowds of people, and we're not fascinated by all the new shiny stuff, so I'd rather go to some dingy, smelly basement where some guy has like 1,000 60s comics and it smells like horse piss down there. I'd rather spend hours in there.
Well, I'm guessing that Comic-Con also probably smells like horse piss. So I'd rather take my chances with the dingy basement than Comic-Con.
I'd rather go to Bonnet's bookstore.
Oh well.
But I hope he has fun.
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
He loves it, so more power to him. He always brings back a digital camera full of awesome photos.
Right.
So.
Did he go with his dad one year?
Went with his dad one year. This year he's going with his sister. Okay. I think he went by himself one year, which is crazy.
I know he went with Joe G one year, didn't he?
I don't know. Did Joe G go?
I think Joe G went. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Something we can ask them when we see them, I guess. I don't know. But Comic-Con, it's coming. And it's already invading the websites.
Oh, yeah, but that thing is huge. It gets bigger every year, too.
Yeah. It's like, it doesn't technically start until, like, Thursday, but, like, there's, for 2 weeks now, there's already been coverage.
Oh, I'm sure there's people lined up there already.
Oh, yeah. I think they already have, like, a couple weeks ago, they had people already lined up for the Twilight panel.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Alright then, I got nothing else.
Yeah?
I don't think I have anything
Nothing else exciting?
Maybe I had something comic related to talk about. But,
did you read some good comics?
I've read some comics.
Yeah.
Just nothing amazing. Nothing really worth talking about. Read the first 2 issues of the Spider-Man crossover, which fun, I guess. Read the second issue of Earth 2, introducing the brand new version of the Golden Age Green Lantern.
Oh, yes, the one that all the old men who read it in the 60s love.
Oh, yeah. I believe we mentioned his name earlier.
Yeah. My boss was, he's just from a different time period.
There's only so far you can get away with saying that as an excuse.
That's true. He's from a small town in Kentucky. That factors in.
Yeah. But he doesn't like black people. He doesn't like gays.
I think he overcompensates and, treats all of our black customers with this odd, he treats them nicely, but it's this sort of pseudo-nicely because he's overcompensating for something, I think.
Right.
But, he's an old fella and he's not progressive.
Yeah.
But he's never said anything well, yeah, he is. Okay.
Yeah.
He's not happy with Alan Scott being gay, though.
No, yeah. Well, we should also, flourish that story with the fact that Alan Scott Green Lantern is one of his favorite comic book characters.
Right, yeah. He's read it since he was 5 years old. So.
Right, he's got original art from Martin Novell.
Right. So he's kind of
he's got statues. He's a fan.
I think it's mostly just he doesn't like that it's different. If Alan Scott became Alina Scott,
right.
He'd be pissed because it was a woman.
Right.
Or, whatever. If it was Enrique Scott, he would be pissed that it was not a white guy. So
right.
Yeah, he doesn't like change.
Right.
He doesn't want us to use garbage bags because he's always used the cardboard box as a trash can. So what else can you say? How can you? I love him. I love the man. I really do.
I got no problems with him, but there's some.
I wish we could fix his brain.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Alright, well, we've insulted your boss long enough.
That's fine, because I got a second job.
Yeah.
Fire me. Who cares?
Yeah, you live at home with your mom. You got a nest. Yeah.
Can you imagine if I had no job? I could just live there forever.
Yeah.
That'd be fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's like heaven. I've got a little nest egg. I could, even pay for my own groceries and whatnot for a while, for a couple of years probably. Yeah, that's awesome.
The music that we played last week between episodes was from a band called Pentagram, which I've only recently discovered, even though they've been around for 40 some odd years. And I read an interview with the lead singer of the band, who's in his mid to late 50s at this point.
Right.
Said that only until recently he was still living with his parents.
Wow.
Just because the band never really took off, and he was always in and out of jail and rehab, and so...
Right.
So yeah, he had his parents there as support. It can happen.
That's Glenn Danzig. He lived with his parents until he was, I don't know, he was in his mid to late 30s.
Really?
Because they actually ran his, distro for him. They went and did t-shirts and whatnot.
Huh.
And that sort of takes a little of his, evil prestige away, but at the same time, and maybe I'm just trying to justify my own situation, but it seems like this is maybe the only country I know of where, it is sort of looked down upon to have close ties with your family.
Right.
By the time you're 18, you should be out on your own and, in the world, and, I don't know. I kind of enjoy, spending time with my family.
Right.
And, although I do really want to get out there and get my own place again,
right?
Because it's a lot.
You've been there for a while, yeah.
At least a year and a half,
right? I do not enjoy spending that much time with my family, mostly just because I have no one to talk to.
Right.
And I put off the persona that I don't like to talk to people. I do like to talk to people. I just like to talk to the people I've got stuff in common with.
Right.
And that is not my parents.
Well, I mean, like, it's not as bad now that it's just my mom. And like, don't get me wrong, because I love my mom and I love talking to her.
Right.
But, like, usually after 10 hours of working at Mavericks, where basically all I do all day is talk to the customers, you know, like,
Right.
because they all have questions or they just want to shoot the shit and be like, this deck that I'm working on is blah, 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 you know? and so, like, I talk all day long, and then sometimes I'm just like, when I get out of work, I'm just like, ugh, and I would drive home, and the first thing, like, I see is, like, my cousin would be outside and he'd want to talk.
Right.
And then, like, you know, I'd chit-chat with him for, like, a minute or two, and then I'd go inside and my mom would chit-chat about, like, her day, and, like, and I felt terrible because, like, at that point, like, I didn't want to even hear what they had to say.
Right.
And, like, that's bad. So, like,
Yeah.
part of that's, like, you know, I'm sure just working with people, but it would be nice to, like, just be able to go home and, like,
Not talk to anybody.
dead silence.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, wasn't that great? Dead silence.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Actually, I would much rather talk to my cousin and my mom than my customers.
Right.
But since, you know, it's
I
hard
understand.
to get away from them.
Yeah. It's a little too much too soon.
What's that?
You know, you're just leaving work, and
Oh, yeah.
you only live like 5 minutes away.
Right.
So, you know,
Yeah, it's not like
enough time to decompress.
Maybe I should just, like, live or, like, work an hour from my house.
Yeah.
You know, or just drive around in circles or
Oh, man, there you
go to
grocery
Meijer.
shopping or
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. That's the
Or
other thing.
whatever happened to
Stop at a bar. Have a drink.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have a couple of drinks.
Well, see, that's the thing about living in Dayton, though. Everybody that lives here is some sort of nerd. Like, I can't drive down the street without going, oh, that guy over there, his name's Doug. He buys X-Men
Right.
comics. He works at Long John Silver.
Oh yeah, I've been out with you, and like they've never really actually come to talk to you, but you know, you've been like,
Oh, they do come to talk to me.
not when I'm around
Okay,
usually,
right.
but
Yeah, maybe you put up this vibe, like, get the fuck away from me.
yeah. But we've been walking around and being like, oh, that guy buys magic.
Yeah.
In
happens
fact,
a lot.
actually, because we did run out for a quick bite before the movie today, and you went to Subway and I went to the burrito place next door, and the two guys behind the counter were talking about magic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure they shop at Mavericks.
Oh yeah. I'm
The
sure
lady
they do.
that made my sub, her boyfriend buys magic at Mavericks.
Oh, weird Betty Davis lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
Super skinny goth Betty Davis lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she comes in with her boyfriend, and I don't think she buys magic, but he buys magic. So I don't know. I get approached at the grocery a lot, and you know, like, they're all great people, but like, individually, like, you know, but yeah. And when I'm at the grocery and they're asking me about HeroClix, I'm just like,
Right. Leave the
Jeez.
fuck alone.
yeah.
Uh,
Sorry, didn't mean to vent.
no, that's fine. It's what this show is for.
To keep us sane.
Because if you can't vent to me and to the audience, who are you going to vent to?
They have magic customers? I don't think so.
Yeah, I believe you have a comic you need to pick.
Oh, yeah, I do. I had trouble picking a comic this time,
Oh,
but I ended up with one that I'm glad to be picking.
alright.
This one is a book called Gladstone's School for World Conquerors.
Alright.
It's an image book.
Okay. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Cool.
Alright.
Okay. So that's what we're reading.
Okay.
Read along if you'd like.
I will.
I was talking to the people who aren't here.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't.
Oh no, you need to as well.
Huh. Well,
It's like we're the conductors of the train. They're the caboose. We all need to work together on
okay.
this.
Alright.
And what a fine looking caboose you are.
Ooh. Sexy. Alright then, Gladstone, School for World Conquerors.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Sweet.
Alright. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
You can subscribe to Gutter Trash at iTunes or directly at guttertrash.net. If you go to iTunes, please leave us a review. You can email us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. For more info, you can find us on Facebook, or you can go to seanborn.net or buyerbeware.guttertrash.net. Listen to our sister podcast, League Night, at league.guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening. Until next time.